And so I like this. In the gym, he's an animal. He gets out all of his rage, but in the real world, he's just a chill guy.
Bring your arms like this.
Oh, it's so romantic. Protein bros, huh?
Protein bros.
Bruh.
Coach Greg, in today's video, it's about the world's largest and tallest bodybuilder. This guy even makes Eddie Hall look small. And it isn't because he has a proper tan. It's because he's 7'2" and weighs 160 kilograms. Over 350 pounds. This man, he's even taller than Thor. And just like Thor, he's been involved in movies. For example, in The Reacher, that monster of a man, this is him. Imagine this guy with Eddie Hall as a bodyguard. Eddie Hall, the roundness of this man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a fit guy.
Yeah.
And so is this the new joke for Eddie Hall? I'm a fit guy. He apparently thinks he's fit. Formerly, he used to think he was dehydrated, and now he seems to think that he's fit.
Cool in the place. Not having this.
We're the kidding, mate. We're the joking. That is what you call a male Karen.
And so imagine approaching this guy who Eddie Hall calls a Karen. I don't think he's a Karen. He's intimidated. Bro is 7'2". Eddie Hall is about 7'2" thick. And so after telling the guy, look, it's just a prank, it's just for YouTube, Eddie Hall then calls him a Karen. That to me is going too far. Bro is just going about his business. He's intimidated. Give him some slack.
This is the world's tallest bodybuilder, the Dutch Giant.
Ready to eat 7,000 calories?
Because of his size, he has to eat 7,000 calories a day in order to bulk up. Now you might be wondering, how can he consume 7,000 calories? But consider this, he's literally the size of 2 human beings. It would kind of be like somebody who weighs 175 pounds eating 3,500 calories. And so although it is a lot, I do believe it's possible that on a bulk, he could consume that many calories.
8 eggs, 120 grams of oats, and 1 scoop of whey. And that adds up to 1,250 calories and 110 grams of protein. So it's actually my biggest meal of the day.
And so for meal 1, 1,250 calories, that to me seems very easy for him to do. I typically eat over 1,000 calories myself, and I only consume 4,000 calories.
So what supplements are you taking every single day?
And so what about his supplements? Now, here's the thing. He's going to list off some vitamins, minerals, and so on. And unfortunately, no, he didn't list GO2 Max as well as Turk Builder Max, of which I highly recommend to him. But let's get the cat out of the bag. Does anyone believe that a guy who's 7'2" and over 350 pounds is 100% natural? If the question is this guy natty? Of course he's not. Do you really think that this guy is natty? If you believe that, then you also perhaps believe that Eddie Hall is 100% natural and that he's going to enter an actual bodybuilding competition.
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Bring your arms like this.
Oh, it's so romantic.
It keeps busting all over me, man.
And so Jesse, joke's getting a little sus, perhaps been hanging around with Mike Israetel a little bit too long.
My pants! I need new pants!
And so if Urs was around, he would say,
Show the legs, bro.
I'm clicking. So I have to do this.
Wow, you can't even, what the heck?
And so here's the thing, I'm not feeling bad for this guy. How difficult it is for a giant to train in the gym. Try being a 5'6" manlet and going about through life. I certainly don't think that being 7'2" is a hindrance to your career. After all, he's starring as a villain in The Reacher. Bro is as tall, if not taller, than the Shaq. And how did it work out for Shaq? If you're 7'2", I don't want to hear any complaints from you.
Even have 1 left.
Feels good. I'll put it up high for you.
But in all fairness, he does have a point. The gyms are not made for Bro at 7'2". A, he's probably too strong for half the equipment, and B, it's not tall enough. He can't get through a complete range of motion.
No. You can't even stand up.
I can, but I can't stretch my legs.
And so literally he had to customize his entire gym. Whatever machine you're on, he probably can't go through a full range of motion.
It's crazy how much we take it for granted being under 6 foot or just an easier height to do normal things like this, where it's harder for you.
Oh, Jesse, it's funny how we take it for granted being under 6 foot. You know, because Jesse himself says he's a 5'10" short king. 5'9" is average height for a male. Jesse is taller than the average height for a male, but yet he labels himself as a short king.
Down here. 5'10", Short king.
I don't think that we take it for granted being short. We know it's a disadvantage. Now, if you're 7'2", it perhaps could make it more difficult to date ladies. They perhaps don't want you to be 2 feet taller than themselves. But if you look at Thor, did he have any problems? Thor's wife is much shorter than him, and there are no problems whatsoever. Trust me, if you're 7'2", you work with it. Guys over 6 feet tall, seeing as I'm under 6 feet tall, I don't see us as having an advantage when it comes to, well, pretty much anything.
I can't expect the world to go around me. I'm the exception. In planes, in buses, in cars, in clothes.
And so unlike people who are morbidly obese who think the world has to revolve around them, he understands he has to make changes to adapt to the world. For example, if you're 500 pounds and you don't fit in a standard seat on a plane, is that really the plane's fault or is it yours? Or I saw just the other day a woman complaining that she didn't properly fit in the hotel shower.
I mean, I'm a fit guy.
Yeah.
If you don't fit in the hotel shower, let that be your warning sign. Hey, it's time to go on a diet.
No way you drive this. Yeah. You fit in this thing?
It's super cool. You will see. Let's go.
I'm pretty flexible.
Okay.
No, he is not.
Oh yeah.
There's no way this is legal.
Are you comfortable?
I mean, imagine seeing this guy driving the highway. Imagine him driving a smart car. 7'2" smart car, head sticking out the ceiling.
One more! One more! Ah! Yeah!
And so he likes to do drop sets, going to failure, training harder than last time, and so on, and check out the physique that it's built. And so I like this. In the gym, he's an animal. He gets out all of his rage, but in the real world, he's just a chill guy.
Does this always happen where everyone just starts taking photos of you?
Yeah, kind of.
Like everywhere you go?
Yeah, that used to be really tough. As long as you know that it's all happy people and you give smiles and it gives you a happy feeling as well.
I love his attitude as obviously being 7'2". Everyone is going to look, everyone is going to stare. How can you not notice him? Even if you've never heard of him, you don't know that he's famous, you're still going to look. And so rather than taking that as a negative, people staring at him and so on, he realized that he's bringing joy to people. People are lining up. Can I take a photo with you? Could I pose with you? And so how is that not a positive feeling? People look up to this guy, literally, obviously. He simply obliges, he takes photos with people, puts a smile on their face, and so definitely a friendly and happy giant.
You know, when I was young, people were staring at me and it felt like, stop staring at me, you know. It got me in a real bad situation in my mind and I had to step over it and learn to see it as a positive thing.
And so no longer does he see it as negative. People are staring at him, but they're staring at him for a good reason. Look at this guy. And remember, when you stand out from the world, when you look completely different, no matter what that reason, people are going to be curious, and so it's natural for them to want to stare.
I have 0 of the DNA deficiencies or whatever, and they called me a natural giant. So I'm really fortunate that I'm a healthy.
He has no deficiencies. He doesn't have anything abnormal in his DNA, and so he should in fact be able to live a long and healthy life. He doesn't suffer from gigantism or excess growth hormone and so on, and they literally call him the natural giant. Now, I don't personally believe he's natural. I don't know if he admits to taking HRT, things like that, and so on. But remember, no matter what, I'm certain he's training harder than last time, and being the world's tallest, largest bodybuilder, I highly doubt that bro is natural.
Final weigh-in. Every single meal I've had.
You were 84.6.
What?
You lost weight.
184.3.
And so Jesse, who ate his entire diet for the entire day, 7,000 calories, literally lost weight that day. And you're thinking, well, how is that possible? Is it not calories in, calories out? Of course it is. But here's the thing. A lot of the weight that you have on your body, it's from water weight. And so seeing as he was training with the Dutch giant, traveling, moving a lot, walking a lot of steps, that to me tells me he was probably perspiring, sweating severely. And so that is the cause of his weight loss. But if he continues to consume 7,000 calories, he's certainly going to be gaining weight.
Well, I don't think you read the last meal, did you?
No. Wait, we have 8 meals. When is meal 8?
3 a.m. Because our meals are so big, you have to go to the toilet at night, and there's another one.
And so the Dutch giant cares so much about putting on weight and remaining heavy that he literally wakes up at 3 in the morning to consume even more calories. Now, I don't encourage that. I think that it's better to consume calories during the day. If you wake up during the middle of the night and you start eating and it's hard to go back to sleep, then that is going to ruin your recovery. And so if you can, always try to consume calories during the day and avoid eating during the middle of the night. And so, of course, you can pick up the brand new S'mores Seco bars as well as Turk Builder Max and Geo2 Max, all of which have a money-back guarantee. Code Greg, 15% off. And it's not just a money-back guarantee. On top of that, you get a $20 gift card. And so head to the website faster than last time. Now, if you don't have any money, this is 100% free. It's a free diet and training program. You can get that on the website. If you want to hire myself as well as my team, we have a brand new coaching service being offered, far cheaper prices that many of you will be able to afford. And so if you're interested in that, click the link in the description and apply for coaching today. And until next time, I am out.